this is for. Hello. So I've got blackberry juice beverage that's been fermented and black raspberry. Did I say a blackberry? Yeah, blackberry and a black raspberry sparkling water that I'm sipping on today. I'm finishing it today. And I wanted to do the talkie live without a full talkie live, which is why I didn't title this talkie live. And I think I'm deciding now that I'm not going to keep this up. Because, I don't know. It's very spur of the moment, like a lot of things that I do. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But I guess today I find myself confronted in a way that I honestly wish it would have went down a little differently, but it was fine by the conclusion of it. And it's related to some stuff that I've been sort of thinking about myself, some things that I've been guided to think about. Well, some things that I've had the opportunity to think about, some of which started last year, but I never really gave it the full time, attention, and effort that it deserved, I guess, because I didn't really reach a conclusion. The conclusion that I reached was like, it doesn't really matter. Not that it doesn't matter in a way that's inconsequential, but it doesn't matter in a way that solidifying my belief or opinion would not have significantly impacted the way that I live my life. Um, it was just like, I'll just continue, and as things unfold more, then they unfold more. And so I found myself nearly a year later, if not a year later, approached with the same question. And I handled it the exact same way almost, with a little bit more research. But I don't know, ever since I was on vacation, and I think even before that, there were some questions that I had where it's like the answer to the question didn't necessarily matter. It was just for me to allow whatever I was being asked to allow in the moment. And so I've been thinking a lot about a certain show. It's The Rising of the Shield Hero. That's the anime. And in the show, four people get whisked away to a different world, and they're all from Japan. And they just operate under the assumption that they're from the same time and they've all managed to be here. And in this world that they land in, they treat it like a video game, basically. It's a world with like magic and stuff like that. I can't remember if there are any elves or anything, but like there's magic and there's dragons and there's stuff like that. So they're like, oh, it's like a video game. And it basically operates as a video game. You have your status bars and like information screens pop up and stuff like that, right? And eventually they end up finding out that they come from four different like parallel realities where there are different, like history is different, and the video games that they believe it is, like they're different as well. And there's one point in the show, there's the one character who doesn't know anything, and they're like, the heroes that we summon, they're supposed to be knowledgeable about our world. And it's interesting because the attitude of it being a video game makes those who are knowledgeable careless in ways. And because they believe themselves to be knowing, it also limits their ability to learn the truth of the world. And for example, like one thing is that like in a video game, if you beat a monster, it despawns. Like it just basically disappears. And so there's a village that was plagued by a dragon. And I guess dragon slaying is an interesting topic to talk about. But there was a village that was plagued by a dragon, and one of the heroes slayed the dragon and left. But like in a video game, the body would just disappear. But since the reality that they're transported to isn't a video game, it just behaves like one in some ways. Um, it doesn't disappear; it rots, and it turns into this like zombie dragon thing. And there's an entire plague because of the decaying flesh. And like it's on a mountain, and there's a breeze that blows it down the mountain, and it like a village gets infected. And so that character, the character who doesn't know anything and is therefore forced to integrate with the reality itself, he gets upset at the others. He's like, "This isn't a game. This is real life." Anyway, that's not the part that has come to me the most. The part that comes to me the most is their belief, like because they believe it's a game, there are certain ways that they interact with the world, and the world responds to them. Now, when they go to the point of sharing information, they can't agree on some very basic things because the game is different to all of them. And it's the one character, again, who doesn't know anything, who is the first to accept that maybe what the others are saying is true. And he discovers that it is because his belief expands, his ability to interact with reality also expands. And so that's what I've been very sort of conscious and cognizant of, I guess, in a way, for the past, I don't know how long. Um, and so earlier today, I feel like I was given the opportunity to, and it's not to expand my beliefs in a way, because it's not anything that I disbelieved in necessarily. But I guess I'm now realizing and recognizing an opportunity for expansion in taking on something that isn't typically how I interact with the world or with energies. And it's almost a question, not a question, I guess a question of whether or not I'll take on those opportunities and that I'll allow myself to expand in a way to incorporate some of what it has to offer. And there's lots that it has to offer. And if I think about it, I'm like, it's a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily want. Some things that I'm not necessarily interested in, but it may also benefit me in ways that I don't quite fully understand. So that's where I am today, in a space of, I guess, playing with belief, because it's time to be more. That's also where I am. And I think I talked about it yesterday when I was talking about how every time I feel like I've reached a certain level of self acceptance, there's more self to learn to accept. And I'm just like, okay. But yeah, I feel like I can't do this without pulling cards. Maybe I'll pull for me. And I'll use one of the spreads that I have on the Google Drive. And of course, I love random chance. I love chance. So I'm going to ask my favorite virtual assistant to select the number for the spread that I do. And also, I'm going to ask my favorite virtual assistant to choose the deck that I use. I don't know why I pulled my phone up, but we'll see. Oh, because my favorite virtual assistant is on my phone. Dad. I was like, why am I reaching for my phone? I was like, where's my drink? Hello? Mm. I need to finish that. Excuse me? Why? Why did I do this? I don't know. So there's 6 spreads. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 6.
A random number between 1 and 6 is 5.
I knew it was gonna pick 5. I'm literally looking at the 5th spread. I'm like, Siri's gonna say 5. And 5 is the only one that doesn't have anything. It's just the layout. It doesn't have card meanings because I never got it. But it's built upon the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, and it's the salamander spread. The salamander is interesting because it's an animal, if I remember correctly. Oh, I just saw 1111 on the runtime. It's an animal that can regrow its tail if the tail is cut off. And so there is an energy that's almost like the starfish, but it's not as complete in its capabilities. Now, if a salamander was like 5 tails, then yeah, it would be a starfish. But it has a body. So that's 5, 6, 7. I'm not counting that one. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 26.
A random number between 1 and 26 is 22.
22. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Using the Threads of Fate Oracle cards. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 26 to make it easy.
A random number between 1 and 26 is 6.
There's 6. Oh gosh. Oh no, it's this one. So I'm going to use the Magical Dimensions Oracle cards and activators and the Threads of Fate Oracle. I got 2 Oracle decks, which I guess is fine because I don't have any correspondences for this. Boom, perfect. And I'm just going to pull for me in navigating this space. Since I have this space, it is low-key a little comforting that I can still find these times. But like I said, I've already decided to not upload this or to not keep it. I'm going to delete it as soon as it's over. Or maybe I'll make it unlisted. No, I'm deleting it. That's what I said. I stick to it. Let's see. I'll do 5 of these. And then 6 of the magical dimensions. Because the magical dimensions, they talk to me. I like the Threads of Fate Oracle cards, but they a little too wild cards sometimes. Sometimes I'm just it's like sometimes they speak, I feel, sometimes they don't, I feel. I don't even know, I feel. Chino was breathing at the bottom of my door. I'm like, okay. So I want to do the 5 first. Hey, Shayna. Hey, I remember. How are you doing today? Again. Because I guess we already talked once today. And I don't have any pancakes. I was like, if I title this Talkie Live, I gotta have the pancakes. And I could have made pancakes, but I don't feel like making pancakes. So I kind of want something good. Not that pancakes aren't good. I'm feeling like something savory. Also, kind of vegetable-y. If I could get Indian food, that'd be amazing. Okay. So this is for me. Or this is for navigating beliefs. It was. It was earlier today. Like as soon as I woke up. I know I've slept since then myself. What? Your son randomly asked for pancakes. I feel like I gotta do pancakes tomorrow too. It's 8-8. I gotta get pancakes for the pancake portal. Hopefully my brother is up to go to the store. Or down to go to the store. What is this for? I feel like it'll complete itself. So I'm gonna pull off the top. One, two, three, four, five. Bottom of the deck is play. The cards that came out, it's get curious, which I feel like is perfect because that's what I was literally talking about. I was like, I understand that there is something that this has to offer me, even if I'm not necessarily too keen on the idea myself, just because for what I do, I don't see a use for it. I feel like I haven't necessarily been put into a position to need an expanded skill set in a way or to expand my capabilities in this way. You're moving, so you've been busy. Girl, I was literally just thinking about that myself because I had them in a box before, in a little box, and they like barely fit. And I've gotten so many new decks since. I'm like, these are going to be heavy because that box was heavy. But also, we have a dolly. So hopefully, the dolly, because I'm looking, I have like 26 decks outside of this little box now. And I think it's also been interesting because that's been my journey, like just leaving them out instead of like putting them in this box and then putting the box where nobody can see it. Now they're just like out. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. Good luck with the move though. That's exciting. So Get Curious came out first, and I'm like, okay, that's relevant. And then there's like the raven, crow, bird animal heading for some kind of conjunction. Maybe that's an eclipse. And oh, there's no numbers. So after that is the card of self love with the peacock. And then that's followed by paradox, which I talk about all the time. Shadow and the sage with that same or with a very similar sort of there you go. This thingy up here. I feel like an expanded shadow just popped into my mind immediately. But it's this energy that knows how to use shadow. And it reminds me of I was talking to Reem and Rob last night. So we ended up having the wine night, and then Rob joined us for a bit, and it was some good laughs for me. Woo! I was like, oh gosh, the Magi. Oh, this is some of that eye witch stuff. You like that energy? LB says us Virgos need to get out of our caves, or Spirit is going to send people to knock on the door. See, there's that thing again. This time there's a I don't know if it's Laurel today. There's some kind of organic energy around it and the third eye on top of it, and it just reminds me of the language. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, well, they'll be friendly people. Sometimes this is my shadow, or this is I don't know if it's the petty part of me or what. But whenever I was in class and the teacher's like, "Well, if no one volunteers, then I'm going to call on somebody," and I'm like, "Okay, so you're asking me to go from like a 1 in 20 to 30 chance that I'll get picked to like a 100% chance that I'll get picked? I'll take my chances." Like if I was going to say something, I'd say something. But also at the same time, that's why I get checked by spirit when I get checked by spirit. So don't listen to me. But it reminds me of secondhand secondhand something. It's gonna be in gate 8. It's gonna come out. But there's an energy. See, this paradox is also interesting. This paradox is interesting because I was like, and he was going to sleep, and so I didn't get an answer. But I'm wondering because in the rune cycle, in the last rune cycle, there was the thing about the light and the dark, and it reminded me of when I did the rune brooming around Ul. And let me see if I can find it. It reminded me of this and how, like, here's the yin and yang with the light and dark, but they're like we can externalize our dark and internalize our light, or externalize our light and internalize our dark, depending on where we're navigating to. Like, if we're going to a realm that is primarily of light, because that's, lighter, then any darkness in that realm would cause a disturbance, and that disturbance would start to cause distortion. And so it's like we can do this to maintain our integrity, to maintain ourselves, but to be in that space at the same time. And I should have done it with arrows going up here too, because after a certain point, it's like we can shift into any one of these depending on what the environment is asking for. And when it came into the dark, it was like going into spaces of potential, into the realm of that which is not yet, that has the opportunity to be, and like being able to select something in there to then like bring it into the light. And there's this thing about light and dark that I just like I've been receiving, but I don't know how it plays out. And every now and then, like I'll think on that one reading with the scarab beetle and the high priestess, and it's this space where light and dark meet. And I feel like a part of that is coming out in Paradox. Oh, okay. So it's feeling like Paradox and the Sage are connected in some way. Self love and the Shadow are connected in some way. And then Get Curious is at the center of this. You're getting a lot about light and dark lately, too. Your Pisces reading was about seeing light and dark all the time, but people dub them as negative. What, girl? You got a channel? Hold up. I didn't know that. I miss the days when like I could click on somebody's name or picture, especially on the phone, and it would just like bring up their channel. Or I could like click go to channel, but apparently that's not the thing anymore. That's fine. I don't know if any. Well, okay. I was gonna say I don't know of anyone who's a pro, but oh wow! I literally just clicked on your channel and I'm already triggered. Oh, I'm just playing. Well, kinda. It's so your tourist video is titled "Don't Be Mean," and I said that to Chino earlier. I was like, "Don't be mean. Quit barking at that person," because it's the neighbor's girl, the neighbor's child. Like Chino's a pit boxer mix, and she's already kind of like iffy about him. And so, like, anytime he's outside and she walks out, he'll bark at her. And I'm like, stop barking at her. He's really friendly, though. And I was like, don't be mean, Chino. And then I see Taurus, don't be mean. I'm like, okay. But in the best ways, in the best ways. Um, it's something that I probably need to work on. So that's fine. I'm going to pour up some more of the sparkling water because of the ice. Oh, and it's called ice. I saw this in the store like all the time. And one day I was like, you know what? It's that end aisle trap. You know, when you go to the checkout at the grocery store and you gotta wait, and so you're just looking at all the little stuff, and then you like pick up something that otherwise you wouldn't have gotten. But I enjoy them, so it's not all bad. But yeah, I'll check you out. Oh, now I'll really have to check that out because that resonates to some of what I was talking about earlier. Woo, woo, woo. So for those coming in, this live will not be saved. I already said I'm going to delete it as soon as I start it. So not as soon as I started, but I got the feeling. So let's get 6 of these. Was that Ice Queen? I think I just saw the Ice Queen. You're a Taurus Rising. Me too. Wow. Exploration on top of Get Curious. I like that. But I'm pulling from the top. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Liberation. So we have the Magi at the bottom of one deck and Liberation at the bottom of this one. Liberation actually was at the bottom of the deck another time I used these. Was it for Sagittarius? It might have been. I don't remember. I don't remember. So, I mean, since we're doing it like this, we might as well just go for the full Monty and do this. So we have Exploration that came out with Get Curious. On the left side, Adventure came out with Self Love. There you go. Adventure. Oh, look. They got this. They both got this portal thingy. Wait. Okay. Adventure came out with Self Love. The Shadow came out with the Sacral Portal, which is interesting. Oh, I just noticed that this has that thing too. That the Magi has, but it's upside down. Love is under the Magi. Yeah. See? Something is going on. And then even in exploration is a portal as well. And it's very light and dark in its color scheme. Light and dark and the grays in between. This reminds me of the blip of light at the heart of a black hole. Progenitors in a primordial pool. So on the other side, with paradox, we have utopia, which is interesting because we have this on utopia, and then look at paradox. It's not necessarily the same shape, but there's a semblance. There's a semblance there. And then with the sage, it's contemplation with the Buddha head. So the card that stands alone, because there's six of these, it's transformation. How do I want to do this? I don't know. I'll show you. It's like love is the only magic. Wait. Which is before Ash Wednesday. Preparation for a new. Pancakes are apparently a lot more than I thought they were. So there's the love. And they just released the burning heart emoji. Or the flaming heart. I love that. It feels like it's giving and receiving. It feels like one hand is giving and the other hand is receiving this love. And self love is here as well. So, I have this book. What should I do? Should I read it? No. Do I need to? So, this is first. No? No. Well, the order doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. On YouTube, it's like an anatomically correct heart. Oh gosh. Oh, wait, is that the flaming heart or is that just the heart? It's the anatomically correct heart. Oh, this portal in exploration, maybe it's the same as this up here. There you go. Yeah. See, but and get curious. It feels like in exploration the star is in the middle of the portal. And get curious, it feels like the star is about to enter the middle of this and open. This is reminding me of the 10 of hearts card. A stargate that leads to fantastic places, stabilizing timelines. Oh gosh, I might as well pull them. I might as well pull them because I keep talking about them. Seven of clubs, or 10 of diamonds. See, I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll take them. Oh, they're literally right here. So the card that it reminded me of, it's a stargate that leads to fantastic places, correcting what has been misused and stabilizing timelines. And maybe the bird here, I don't know where the correction lies. It's the stargate that leads to fantastic places and stabilizing timelines, correcting what has been misused. While the cards before and after the Ten of Hearts, it's the Ten of Pentacles, a blistering heat and freezing cold that lies at the heart of creation, the truth of the heart made plain and beginnings. The Seven of Clubs, a purifying light, a renewed mind in a moment of timelessness. This blistering heat and freezing cold reminds me of that light dark paradox. Beginnings is beginnings. It feels like an exchange that takes place. Almost like a foreign exchange energy. And that's coming in with the purifying light and the renewed mind. Because it feels like there are some things that are being brought. And I guess transformation is like literally right here at the bottom of all of this. But it feels like there are things in the dark that are being returned to the light. There are things that are of light that are in the dark that are being returned to the light. There are things that are of the dark in the light that are being returned to the dark. But also there's an exchange between the light and the dark in some other ways. And it also reminds me of that energy of the things that are born in the dark, but that grow in the light. And I guess so too, there would be things that are born in the light that grow in the dark. And this isn't like a good, bad, like, good, evil, whatever. It's like light and dark. Yeah. I don't know like anything about sports. I know very little about sports, but it's very like sports team trading. And it feels like it's to the benefit of everyone. Maybe there were certain things that were only supposed to be in a certain space for a certain amount of time. And now that that time is, it feels like there are some things that were probably supposed to switch a minute ago, but you don't know sports either. Okay. um, it feels like they were supposed to sort of go back a while ago, but they didn't. They held on to them in a way. And I think maybe that's the purifying nature of the light. For that which was held in a space for longer than it was intended, maybe it forgot. And so when it goes back to its rightful place, it will remember. But again, it feels like that valley energy between the two peaks. Do I keep these or put them back? I'll keep them. So that's why we have self love in the shadow. Does this make me think of anything? A Day with No Mirrors is here. What? I haven't played that. I stopped playing Final Fantasy 14 at after they introduced the Aura or the dragon people. I played that one. What? Heaven's Word, yeah. I played that one. That's where I stopped. Not for any particular reason, but you play an Aura. I had a. It's not a Lilty because that's Crystal Chronicles. I had the short dude, and then I transferred it into an Aura, and then I felt bad, so I changed them back. I paid money. Like to change it into an Aura was free, I think. Lalafell, yeah, yeah, a Lalafell. Um, I think the Aura was free when Heaven's Word came out, or maybe it was for the collector's edition or something. And then I paid to transfer it back to a Lalafell because I felt bad. It just wasn't the same. But I don't have a main. I play everything. I guess technically my main is a bard. Wait, is it still an aura? It might still be an aura because if I think about the bard, I don't think it's a Lalafell. Maybe I felt bad and I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to pay the money, so I didn't. I play a bard mostly, but I love that. Like one of my favorite things about Final Fantasy 14, and it very much is that like get curious, adventure, and exploration. Is that they let you be like all the classes without having to make an entirely new character. I love that. I love that because then I could just be all of them. I do have a few alts, but after I discovered that like you can just change your class at any time, I didn't play them as much. I'm a little bit of an altaholic. Um, Whenever it's like whatever character I'm not playing, that's the one I want to play, or whatever class I'm not playing. Like it's like, oh, I've been playing Bard for a while. Like I'm gonna switch to like Red Mage or like White Mage. But well, I don't typically do healers because I'm trash at watching my own health, let alone other people's health. Um, and I was literally just talking to my brother the other day, a few days ago. I was like, I want to get back into Final Fantasy because I want to know what happened to the Scions or the Scions. Because like when like there were some of them I didn't care about too much, but Ida and Ishtola, I was like, if Ida or Ishtola go, I'm gone. That's why I haven't played Shadowbringers. But I don't know. I want to know. I want to know. But it's fine. I actually really liked Final Fantasy 14. I kind of want to go back to it now. I need to. I need to. Warriors of Light, but when the light took over too much, they needed Warriors of Darkness to bring it back into balance. I should. I need to. I need to. I'm already so hyped. Because I know sometimes they do like the free weekends or something like that. So maybe I just need to keep an eye out for when do they still do those? Excuse me. Because I'm about to like, well, I'm currently in the process of looking for work and stuff. Yes. Ariel, hey. I am. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I need to get on that. Shadowbringers is full of spiritual stuff. What? I feel like it's my homework now. Now I gotta do it. Um, I kind of wanted to do computery work, not necessarily like software engineering, but like controls. I love controls. Um, I would love to be in the pharmaceutical industry. I would also love for the pharmaceutical industry to not be as like seedy and shady as it kind of is. But I also understand that there's a lot of good that those medicines do, and that's where I want to be. So I'm currently working through that though. But anyway, back to this. It's very much so that energy. I think this is also why I think there's a reason why the self love is so important. So we can. Oh my gosh, that's literally the thing. That's a garment for all occasions. I don't know which card it is, but it's a garment for all occasions. What? I might have to keep you in mind. I did a soybean competition and I did a follow up entrepreneurship internship, like startups and stuff like that. And it was actually extremely interesting. I didn't know I had an entrepreneurial bone in my body, but apparently I do. This, I feel like it's this energy right here. I feel like it's this self love. It's to know ourselves completely so that when we step into either one realm or the other, we don't lose who we are. I can be like disorganized. But if I'm working, like my Capricorn, I think I said I have an Aquarius midheaven the other day. My midheaven is in Capricorn. But like when I'm on the clock, I am so organized. When I'm getting paid, I'm like so organized. I'm on top of everything or most things, and it's a level of organization that I just don't have in my day to day life. Oh wow, that's really cool. Well, there you go, Shayna. Ariel may be your girl. So in this card, like the hands are behind the back, are on this side of the portal, the mirror. The hands are behind the back. On the other side, the hands are open, and it's a fairy, right? I don't know. I also have an appreciation for aliens. I want some French fries now. I just got a random craving for French fries. With this self love, and it's almost a radical self love, this is loving ourselves in all our phases and all our colors. I think another part of self love, though, is it's like a self accountability, it's a self respect. Self love self love encapsulates all of the selves, self worth, self girl. Okay, brain, just quit. My brain just quit on me. It just died. Okay, it didn't die, but that train of thought is gone. It incorporates all the self discipline too. Oh, a few fries. Girl, I thought you meant peacocks. I thought you said peacock nice. I ate a few a little while ago. I was like, what? I told you my brain today. came in strong for you today after the last 2 days of serious emotions. I am so glad. It seemed like the beginning of Leo season, my emotions were still high. It seems like we're evening out now. I'm even. I'm pretty even killed now. But I feel like the discipline is important because while we're learning this side of ourselves, we're not being lost to it. And it feels like the discipline part of self-love, it allows us to utilize our creativity more efficiently, if that makes any sense. It allows us to take these sacral energies a lot further in some way. Oh. It feels like the sacral portal is sitting in between exploration and adventure. Because there's a little swirly up here and a swirly down here. It feels like this is the space that connects these two in some way. Okay. I think self love also gives us, from a space of self love, we can give ourselves permission to be bigger and to be more. We can give ourselves permission to be this fairy when nothing sort of gives us the same permission. I love Baba Jolie. I don't watch her super often, but whenever she pops up and I click, I enjoy it. I'm reading myself, Shayna. I'm literally right here too. I've been procrastinating. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You wore yourself out physically, so you were too tired to be sad. I should have tried that. Angry, sad, confused, frustrated, all around in a mood. But you feel great today. I'm loving that. I took a nap earlier. I slept so good. I slept last night. I'm hoping to sleep tonight. Your business is creative. You're not disciplined. You got a novel to finish. Maybe you can work with someone to help you. Someone that will like, it's like one of those like gym buddy types, like, I want to work out. I want to work out. Let's motivate each other types of energies. Still waiting for your nap. Oh, girl. Do you get naps? Are you afforded naps? Or are you waiting for the youngest one to fall asleep so you can go to sleep too? It's like, don't you want to sleep? I think a king has the garment for all occasions. Let's see. I'm actually gonna have to read these. Well, let's look at the kings first. Oh, I only got like one king left, so maybe it was a queen or a jack. I'm pretty sure it's no, it's the middle one. Is that the day of longest light or night? One second, let me find it. Here it is. Oh, it's the Five of Wands. Oh, there's a 543 here. I literally looked at the King of Spades. Reem, hey, what's up? You can help with business setup, taxes, bookkeeping, marketing, website sales, etc. Everything, everything. Hey, there you go. Shout out to Dad for stepping up. Just so y'all know, I will not be saving this live. It gets deleted as soon as I'm done. It's one of those arbitrary things I decided like 2 minutes into this. So, although I've already made the decision, we'll see. We'll see. Have you played Final Fantasy 14, Reem? So, yeah, it was the day of longest light or night, a garment for all occasions, and filling a gap. Filling a gap is interesting because there is a womb energy in the sacral. That was in between, on the cusp of a realization, a shared vision, a quickening. Dawn before the first day of a new world, an old earth passed away in a breathtaking sight. It feels like there's something on the precipice of breaking through here. Somewhere between the shadow and adventure. What is adventure? Adventure is innocence, play, and discovery. Emphasis on discovery. I do you like MMOs? Yeah, you play World of Warcraft. Yeah. I don't play it currently, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. What did I say this felt like? It feels like we're really close to a breakthrough here, but it feels like there are certain things, or there's something that's keeping us from like taking the plunge. So now I gotta go look for three more cards. It's taking the plunge into an ice cold tank. Dissolution of the self, integration and separation. So this is between the Four of Hearts and the Eight of Spades, and it's the Seven of Spades. You're avoiding channeling gate 8? What? How? Girl, I already talked about it in part. I didn't like talk all about it. What did I say? What did you say? Hey, Stace. Hello again. I think I play on. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I slept. I took a nap after I got amazing sleep last night. I feel rested. I feel amazing. I'm allowed to sleep. Hildebrand or something like that. If Hildebrand is a server, that's the one I think I play on, but I don't remember. You are. What did I talk about? And I was like, it'll be in gate 8. I don't remember. So, taking the plunge into an ice cold tank, dissolution of the self, integration and separation. This is an energy. It wasn't the bodies, but is he he's probably not a server. He's not. Let me check real quick. I still have the apps on my phone. Let's see. Final FF14. I got a little video game folder. Where's my little video game folder? It got my PlayStation app in it, Nintendo Switch Online. Oh my gosh, it's not here. Here it is. I don't know if this will help me, but an update. Do I have to? No, thank you. Let's see. I might be able to find my character. Or not. I don't know. I'll have to let you know. I'll have to let you know. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not going to keep this anyway. What did I mention? Oh my gosh, you guys know me and accept me. That's real love. um, what was it? I don't think it was the bodies. What else? What else? It's fine. It's fine. When it comes out, it'll be there. I literally don't remember. So the thing about the dissolution of the self, it's an energy of like a spiritual deprivation tank. And so like we dissolve into these many parts and we get to see what our light or it's like light and dark and the shadow in between. And we get to see like what is us, what was projected onto us, what was instilled in us, what we've taken on. And it's a need to be really, really, really honest with ourselves when it comes to both our light and our dark. And so we get to see what is us and what isn't us, and then we get to come back together as a wholer self. That's what this Seven of Spades is about. And that's what like that radical self-love, self-discipline, self-worth, all of that. And the shadow, that's where that comes into play. So that's with adaptive materialization, a murky mind or will and clouded vision, rearrangement and coagulation, seeing the truth of the self and distorted creations abound. See, that's why I love that. Because with the murky mind or will and clouded vision, with the with abounding distorted creations, girl ring stop. No, no, I did not pull those yet. Oh, where is it? It's look, it's literally like pressing up against me, girl. I sit down and this thing is just always next to me. It's always next to me. I'm like, nah, I'll pull them at the end. Um, Again, it's this energy of like because we weren't in a space to see, acknowledge, and accept all those parts of us. There were things. It's like things that we play into that we don't necessarily have to. Things that we are convinced of when it comes to us that it may not necessarily be true. Ooh, what is this? And I feel like, we are these magical beings, but because of our experiences, we become this hands behind the back, not confident, no wings. That's why that self love is important. And again, we get there. We get there. And it feels like, because again, the sacral portal is here, it feels like it also limits our creativity. But that makes sense, right? If we're not confident, if we don't believe in ourselves, then there are going to be things that we desire, things that we are gifted the idea to bring into the world, but we may not necessarily feel confident to do it. And so it's like either that idea moves on to someone else in the collective unconscious or subconscious, or it just doesn't come forward. And I feel like that goes back to the Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Swords earlier. Us not allowing ourselves the opportunity to birth or nurture something that is for us to because of whatever reasons. Hey, Holly. Exactly. So that's all this side. Now over to the side of paradox with utopia. Utopia is peace, serenity, and paradise. And I love that it's like peace is a paradox. And I can see peace being paradoxical in nature because we always go through things, we always experience things. But that's where the beauty of contemplation and the sage comes in, especially with this contemplation energy, but it's connected to the sage. Oh, Benny's up. It's time to go to the stove. Yeah, they are. I guess it is the polar plunge, but it's like wait until it's like the coldest day of the year. Like I'm not trying to get frostbite. Maybe I'll do it one year. This it feels like this is what lies beyond those gates. It feels like this is also connected with get curious. Again, it feels like when the star enters the void, there's something magical that happens. Either this or this exploration. I mean, paradox requires exploration as well. And like even all of the stars around it, the stars in the sky, the stars around paradox, the stars around Saturn. Spirit polar plunge me. Spirit is always it's like, when you sitting on the dunk tank thing and like everyone who comes up is like really bad, like with their aim. And then like that one person comes up that just sinks you every single time. And you're just like, okay, like I get it. I get it. But you don't have to keep doing this to me. I'm gonna just stay in the water. I'm just gonna stay in the water until you walk away because I'm gonna be right back in the tank. So the Polaris reading. Who's that? Is that my mom? No, that's Benny. Oh, when? Oh crap! He'll probably be going soon. I was wanting to go to the store too. So I guess this will be up until I get back home and delete it, or I could just delete it from my phone. I don't know. We'll see. If Siri says heads, I'll leave it up. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Heads.
Oh, darn it. I was hoping Siri would say tails. It feels like this is what awaits us. Because it's the land where the light and the dark exist simultaneously without conflict, right? This isn't light that chases out darkness or darkness that consumes the light. It's where they can both exist peacefully. And because they both exist peacefully, it opens us up to greater possibilities in some way. And again, it's that like that light dark thing again. I remember I watched it and I know it's the ascended constellations Ursa Major points to Polaris, which is our true north, the north node. Anything beyond that, my brain is a little foggy. I'm like, wait. And so we're about to go to the store, so I need to wrap this up. But that it leaves us with the sage and contemplation. I feel like this is an energy of like, how do I bring all of this down here? And it feels a little bit like that New Earth, Gaia 2.0, New Midgard, Heaven on Earth. And it honestly feels like one of the major components to this is love. This is it's both a school of glimmering fish that I think it's the same card. There's one of them actually already came out. It was Dawn before the first day. Yeah, it came out with exploration. No, it came out with adventure and self love. Dawn before the first day of a new world, and old Earth passed away in a breathtaking sight. One second. Oh, I was needing to go to Walmart. And then my little brother's like, I'm going to Walmart. There's another one. It's no, this is a land where all seasons reside. I feel like I just saw it. Yeah, it is this one. I'll take this one. It's a 336 here, but also a land where all seasons reside as the other one. That's for Paradox and Utopia. I literally just saw this card. I wonder if it's on one of the kings. Or not. Where is this card? Do I already have it? No, I didn't read it. Hold up. Oh, it's literally right here. It's the eight of clubs. So for Paradox and Utopia, it's an immediately met request, a land where all seasons reside and return to center. Outside of that is material intervention, the coming of spring, mastering the game of life, a forced uprising, an ancient word that stirs ancient things to life whispered. That ancient word that stirs ancient things to life whispered. Later, Reem, if you're still here. Rhea, girl! You popped up earlier. I saw Inner Fire Priestess, and I was like, is that Rhea? But on my iPad, I couldn't see the pictures. So it's nice to see you again. How are you? How are you? 12 makes 3, inner child. Ooh. Material intervention, the coming of spring, mastering the game of life, a forced uprising. See, that's the thing. Mastering the game of life. It lies within the paradox. It lies within accepting paradox. Life here, it's almost inherently paradoxical in so many things. Yeah. Are you still doing the? How was the silence? I mean, you've been uploading? No, because you weren't uploading for a minute, and then you did. How was it? How is it? It feels like this material intervention may be an energy of seeing a balanced polarity in the flesh or in some kind of way. And again, it's like it gives us permission to be more. When we see someone else being more, it gives us permission to be more. It's like it sparks something within us once we know that it's no longer impossible. And the ancient word that stirs ancient things to life whispered. I mean, what isn't coming back right now? So, oh, my brain is like partially here today. Ah. And to Taman from K-pop Taman. One of my friends was crazy about Taman for a minute. Where would he have been from though? Shiny, yeah, girl, yeah. I should have known it was Shiny because she was obsessed with Shiny. I think Shiny did. They actually did an opening for one of the animes I watched. Cindy's House 7 talked about entering this world with chess pieces already in place. Oh, wow. For Black Moon or Dark Moon Lilith, Holly? I need to hurry up. So, a school of glimmering fish spotlight a sunken treasure, the rising of a new continent. Oh, that's it. This is the new continent that's rising. And sometimes space it's already risen. And so the energy is bleeding into the now from the present. Gotcha. A complete restructuring of home, a breathtaking sight that redefines beauty and allowing one's soul to breathe. I actually looked at this card and I felt like it was going to come out. I saw the forced uprising too. So here we have the breathtaking sight again. So this takes us back again to adventure and self-love. It's all that we have to explore of ourselves when we allow ourselves to be explored more fully because we can love those parts of us, right? On the other side, it's a single blade cuts through the tempest, calming the winds, and a dislodged hunk of cheese. The dislodged hunk of cheese, it's an energy where now we can speak what we weren't able to in the past. And actually, there's a Heimlich energy here. It reminds me of that forced uprising, right? That's the dislodged hunk of cheese when you're doing the Heimlich. It's forced upward because of the compression of the diaphragm or whatever. Girl, I didn't take anatomy. And so it's like it's forced out. But in that, it feels like new life is, we're able to breathe in something that we weren't before. Rob! Hey! So 2 minutes into this video, I arbitrarily decided that I would delete it as soon as it was over. And I thought about that one day. I was like, after an hour, I'm done. Also, I'm about to go to the store, so I need to wrap this up. Um, I'm going to ask Siri to flip a coin one more time. If Siri says tails this time, I'll keep the video up. If not, I'll delete it. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails.
Oh, darn it, Siri. So it's staying up. It's staying up. You're fine. There was another party going on. So this is gonna stay up. I gotta run to the store. It was so lovely to see you, Mr. Odinson. Sir Professor Nerdplow Odinson of the Norse. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Um yeah. Oh, we're going to the store. I need to get pancake mix. Thank you so much for that, Shayna, because I already forgot. I already forgot. I need to get pancake mix for tomorrow, and I actually need to make the pancakes. So, with that, I gotta go. I don't know what's happening between the light and the dark and the balance of the two and the whatever this is, but it feels like it's leading to a lot of what it feels like it's leading to even more than we would have thought possible in a way with this transformation energy. Everything's changing. That very dynamic is changing. Birch Bender's pancake mix. I've never even heard of a Birch Bender's pancake mix. But if I see it at the store, I'll pick it up. Okay. I'm almost ready. I still got to put on pants, like actual pants. Since Rain mentioned these angels that don't leave me alone, I'm going to pull one of these. Oh, that was quick. Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, did it come out? I know. I think it came out on the readings today. I'm only halfway through the Draconis reading. Corey, Founders of Light. The Page of Swords with all the golden energy it's coming down with. This is God the Refuge. It's number 12. Who said 12 equals 3? 12 is 3, the inner child. I mean, I'm wearing like pajama pants. So, I mean, you can't see below the. I'm like, this is the only part. Like, this is a crop top that's cut like literally here. Like, there's literally nothing from like. I'm just playing. Um, Refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Mysteries hidden from mortals, and it's that like where light and dark meet. It feels like the high priestess is there, and I don't know. Like I just keep getting that every now and then. I'll just think about it. Winnie, oh no, I am not Winnie the Poohing it to Walmart, and it wouldn't be the wildest thing at Walmart for sure. I'm gonna read this. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords, Harahel, the all-pervading god. Its intellectual richness protects fertility of women, makes children respectful towards their parents. At the bottom of the deck is the evolution of this page. I'm gonna read this real quick. Oops. And I'm probably gonna leave like all these cards here. I'm not even gonna put them back because we gotta go before they get angry with me. I hope you're dry. So Professor Nerdplow. So Aya? Yes. The person born under Aya will be gentle and witty and possess discreet manners. Aya governs dreams, will protect against adversity, and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. And there's something very. Is Aya wearing a mask? Girl. What? Aya is a below the nose mask wearing. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna ask Siri to flip a coin one more time. If Siri says tails, I'm deleting this video because that was disrespectful AF, and I'm not trying to keep this disrespect up. Hey Siri, I said if Siri says tails, I'm deleting it. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
I don't understand. Hey Siri, I said if Siri says tails,
Okay.
I'm deleting.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Oh, I'm not gonna delete it because it already said to keep it up. I'm sorry. But Aya or Iya, there's something about this that it's holding. It feels like it's the truth of you, the truth that you're discovering. Aya is collaborating. There's this sword that's pointed down again. 5 of Swords into, um, 5 of Swords into the King of Swords earlier. It feels like Aya knows the truth of who you are, sees the truth of who you are, but can't yet speak it. Because if Haha Aya told you who you are, Haha Aya would be telling you who are you. Haha Aya would be telling you who you are in the space of becoming. And if you are told who are you, if you are told who you are becoming, instead of you discovering, instead of you growing into, instead of you actually becoming who you are becoming, then it shortcuts your entire process in a way where you are less than what you would have become. This is why the high priestess doesn't say anything sometimes. High priestess sometimes is the space of the things that it's important to discover. So with that, again, I apologize to Haha Aya. I will catch y'all later. I hope you all have a good whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope that whatever you need along your path, along your journey, along your way, you find it. I gotta go try to find some better batter pancakes. What was it? Breckenridge Birch Benders pancake mix. Okay, there it goes. All right, I'll catch you all later. I love you so much, and bye.